flash us back and recap for the reroll.
Those goes.
Oh my God, I think if I remember, like last session, it was just in the wake of everything that's went on after the assault on the dog tribe. We saw that the Watchers just massacred everyone, as we all decided to make a plan to go north. I'm just going back as far as I can remember, by the way. So like, if this is 2 sessions ago, my fault. But we went to go see Mozart. We didn't even spend a whole day there. We stayed there till the night came, and then we traveled to the Rat Castle. Saw that it was fucked up. We asked about if Fink was alive. Question mark there.
Unknown.
Unlikely, but unknown.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just the no definitive answer, right? After that, we was like, okay, we put out a word for everybody to come meet us at Badger Tribe in the underground, because that's where it'd be our safest position at. So we start fucking footing it, dude. We start fucking footing it. We ended up in Cat Town, talked to Nightclaw. I said the right one, right?
Yep. I wasn't gonna,
Hey.
but yep.
Wow.
You did, and you
Yeah.
definitely did, because Nightclaw made it clear that no one will ever speak the name Nightshade again.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Except for
fucking Voldemort
right then,
with that
and
name.
right then, and just then.
Right.
Say it again, you might die. Like, it actually confirmed. We talked to Nightclaw, spent the night there. My sister Adia is joining us now. Very weird energy I'm picking up. I don't know what's going on there. If I keep sensing emotions, maybe one day I will. We make it all the way to Badger Tribe. Hugh has to swing his dick and outdo a vote in with some of the badges, Wolverines, and Sloths, right? I think that's the. So now we had a whole meeting. We talked about everything that happened, how we're going to be moving forward with the rest of the resistance, and that's the last thing I remember. Is there anything else?
I think that's like a lot. I mean, I feel like it's kind of the long and short of it.
Yeah. That is the broad
Yeah.
strokes. There was a fairly brief combat with a couple sniper bugs.
Yeah.
There was the last bit of the session, which was the sudden arrival of a pair of members of
The Moose
tribe.
No moves. Oh my God, dude.
I don't know how you forgot that, because Frost
Big
27
Moose.
certainly made an impression when she showed up and was like, yo, I hear this is the place to come if we want to fight.
So true, dude. Oh my God, so true. Yeah,
But yeah, you are in the Great Hall of Badgerboro, the gathered members of just about every tribe sitting in groups in the benches of the Badger Dining Hall. There are, well, you and Adia are the two representatives of the Cat tribe at this point. Obviously, the Badger tribe itself is well represented. I'm doing great. It's fine. Wild Paw and a couple other bears, a trio of raccoons. I'm going to say it this time, say it correctly that time, for the bear tribe. And you saw that you have been joined by both Gamma and Haley, representing the reptile tribe.
And I believe Bartok is now the leader of the rat tribe, and the representative here, as well as being co-leader of the resistance.
Self-appointed, certainly, yes.
Self-appointed. And is there a better way to gain appointment?
You're so
Well,
true. Yeah.
There is no one. There are other members of the rat tribe here, but none pretending or making any claims to be speaking for the tribe in general.
Yeah,
Mostly what
they
you
know
are,
what'll happen.
yeah, mostly what you are seeing, it's less members of the tribe in general, and more specifically, there are members from the various resistance cells throughout each tribe, which is why, as you have no cells in the dog tribe or the cat tribe, the present company is pretty much it for even potentially interested resistance members, being Cassius and Adia for the cats, and Laika herself representing, well, representing herself, as she's made it clear that whether or not she's still in the dog tribe, still in control, in control of the dog tribe remains to be seen. Although there was a reasonable show of support among the various groups here in Badgerboro, that was all cut quiet when the two Moose members, Adams 42 and Frost 27, made their entrance, which is where we pick up. I guess the other thing worth mentioning, worth reminding you of, was as you were making your way down the badger habitat from cat habitat and approaching Badger Burrow, there was a series of loud rumbling noises, a series of earthquakes off somewhere distant to the east, probably in dog territory. And when Frost and Adams arrive, they are coated in ice, as though they have come from somewhere that is very, very, very cold, far colder than even the cat habitat is, given that it is the beginning of summer. The cat habitat maintains some cool areas because of elevation, but this is like a cold that was deep enough to last on them all their way here.
Seems weird. Somebody should look into that.
Certainly unusual.
It is
The
unusual.
3 elders of the Badger tribe are on their, I mean, dais is probably exaggerating a bit, but on their kind of raised table area, Messier, Bure, and Iserman the elder. There is a moment where everybody goes fairly quiet when the two moose enter, because fact is, if not for the 3 of you knowing Adams 42, there's a good chance you'd have gone, specifically knowing them through Hugh, there's a good chance you would have gone your entire lives without ever meeting somebody from this tribe. And so for that, as that is the case for most people here, to have not one but 2 of them suddenly walk into this hall is a little like seeing something out of myth just walk up and, take your lunch off your plate. There are mutterings and whisperings, and somebody has to lean over and explain to Iserman the elder what has just happened. Sorry, I did not mean to cut you off.
Oh, I was just like, why is the myth bullying us? What are they taking?
Some people like it. You ever thought about that? Huh?
I guess.
Oh shit! Hold on, I left my water over.
Keep your
2 seconds. I left
sick
my water.
hobbies to yourself.
Maybe you shouldn't pry your nose into my business, Sid. Oh my god. This character is so fucking unserious.
All right, sorry about that. Someone leans over to Iserman the Elder and whispers in his ear, and there is a bit of a surprised look that passes over his face, and he says, "Can't say I remember the last time any of you passed through the badger habitat, but welcome. If you're here to fight, then it seems you've come to the right place." And he gestures over to the three of you.
Hey.
Adams 42 tries as best he can to shake off the cold. A small puff of snowflakes forming a puddle around him as they melt, and he shakes off the ice.
Oh, buddy, let me give you a hand with that. But I don't understand. It's snowing out there. It doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
we just came down from Rat Castle. We were passing through rat habitat. We didn't go by the castle itself, but we were passing down through he looks over at the three of you. That place where we found the tarantula vipers. Passed by there on our way here. We heard what was going on, and thought to check out and see if we could help at the castle, and the whole area is just it's a real soaker, a real blizzard out there. It's
Fucking.
We're glad you made it. And it's nice to meet you too, Frost. 27.
You need help drying off.
she looks down at the two of you, has a I think I said she has a sledgehammer. Either way, she has a sledgehammer now. Just sort of resting across her shoulders. I'm here because I hear you're going to take the fight to someone that we're trying to get the valley together. Is that right?
That's absolutely right. We have taken
Yes,
the
ma'am.
fight to them, and we're going to take it to them again.
Well, all righty then. Sounds like I've come to the right place. Just as a reminder, as of the end of last session, you are able to recruit resistance cells within the Moose tribe at this point.
Hell yes.
They do not have an insurgency rating, so they are always treated. They're actually always treated at the +0 rating. I was thinking it was a different one. But however, because they have no specific habitat, they are always treated as being in an adjacent territory. So they are always at a +1 to their danger rating, if they're the primary cell. The other thing is the population required to maintain a cell has dropped from 50 population per cell to 10.
Okay. Awesome. That's significant.
We're gonna get them this time.
I don't know what you all been doing, but you really kicked up a hornet's nest. We saw what happened to we saw some of what happened to Rat Castle, covered in snow as it is, and we saw we saw the after effects, I guess. We heard about what happened down at the lodge, or well, I guess what's left of the lodge. There is a moment where
Yeah.
like a kind of cocks her head, like, huh? But says nothing,
No,
knowing the kind of thin ice that she's on here right now.
Do you,
Yeah.
you mean, it was still standing all day, eh? Like the
I
lodge was still there?
Well, yeah, most of it. I mean, the lodge building itself is fine, but some of the other stuff, when the ground shook, it got a little tossed around.
Okay. Oh, I was just wondering, because they hit Red Castle real bad. The whole thing's like, donezo. Well, most of it anyway.
Yeah, we tried to see what we could do to help, but well, it's the darndest. Most everyone there sort of took off into the forest before anybody wanted to answer our question. I don't know why. They seemed a little bit nervous.
Maybe just because I look up even more. Really big.
Oh yeah, I mean that could definitely be it. Yeah.
That ain't a bad thing, no. Everybody likes something big, right? It's just people are scared. People scared out here. We got a couple of fucking pansies. I gotta stop watching Sopranos, dude. What the fuck am I talking about?
Well, I guess the question at this point is, if you three, it sounds like, are the ones in charge of what's going on, then, well, what's going on? What's your plan?
Well, the you find us at a unusual time. We actually were just trying to figure out who is in charge. We didn't want to make any assumptions, but it turns out uh, you are correct. We have all decided, and the three of us will be all in the shots. And so we're gonna decide what we're gonna do next, right now, and then we're gonna disseminate that to everybody and come up with the plan. I mean, the first thing we got to do is come up with a plan to get everybody out of here surreptitiously. We can't just all break and leave at the same time. That'll be a dead giveaway. Um, but you know, I'm of two minds, and I turn to Chip and Herb. I'm of two minds about this. Like on the one hand, um, I feel like we should hit back and hit back hard and make the watchers feel some of the pain that they made us feel. Um,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
and on the other hand, um, I think now, part of me thinks now might be the time just to do everything we can to bring as much visibility to the resistance as possible to demonstrate both to the watchers and to our people that we are not hiding. We haven't gone underground. We're not going away. And now more than ever, the resistance is strong and a force to be reckoned with, even more so after these heinous attacks. But I don't, those are just my two ideas. What are you guys thinking?
Yeah, well, you said definitely.
I'm a real big fan of us showing ourselves. I feel like we do some big demonstrations around here. Let them know we ain't hiding.
I like the sound of that. Um, above table, do we want to work on what our resistance moves are going to be now?
Yep.
Uh,
This
Yeah,
seems
we
like a good time. I
Yeah.
will deafen, and you all just ping me when you're done.
Will do. What are you guys thinking?
Everybody attacks.
Okay. Awesome.
Everyone.
Uh,
I mean, should we kind of do our baseline of like recruit a little? I mean, we have a new threshold,
Mhm.
right?
how many units do we have right now?
Right now, the number of cells we have. Hold on. I can't believe I didn't transfer that. Okay, so we've got that's
Bro, we're in a
two.
fucking war room every time we do these.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
one. That's one. One. Okay. So we have. Is that right? Did we not lose a cell last time?
I don't think we lost cell last
Okay, we just didn't
time.
gain any. Great.
Yeah, I think we netted neutral,
Right.
but overall positive.
Good.
Like we didn't
Yeah.
lose anything, and we
Mhm.
didn't like win our like big attack.
Right, but
But
we
we
didn't
like
lose any cells. We just didn't
yeah
gain any. Got it. Okay.
yeah we didn't have as big of a move as we
great.
wanted.
So that makes
We've
perfect
been
sense then.
we've
That
been
means
net neutral recently.
we got one, two. We got a badger cell, a reptile cell, a rabbit cell, a rat cell, and two ape cells.
Ape escape.
Yeah, I mean,
Escape.
I'm looking at these numbers, right? And um like we have three tribes, the rat tribe, the rabbit tribe, and the reptile tribe, right? That are all pretty close to thresholds. That the rat tribe is at a insurgency level of 40, so they're literally one away.
Yeah.
The rabbit tribe's at 59, so they're two away, right? The reptile tribe's a little less. They're 34, right? Um,
Mhm.
so they're what, 7 away, right? Um, a good part of me thinks, like, man, let's take all these cells and just do demonstrations everywhere, right? Just try and get our insurgency numbers up as high as possible. Because I know, and we've talked about it before, I know that, we've said, oh, well, unless the number's close to that threshold, right? Then why put time and effort into moving the insurgency numbers up? But thinking about it more, it's like, well, if we follow that trend, the insurgency numbers will never go up.
Well, that's not true. Other things bring them up, like not
Yeah,
just the
that's what I was about
rolls.
to
Like
ask.
other things we do also bring
Well,
them
no,
up.
right.
I think once we start, you
Mhm.
like I think you roll for the insurgency for everything. So like if it's within 2 die rolls now instead of just like one,
Right.
I think it's more worth it, right? Like a
Yeah,
7
yeah,
is
yeah.
actually doable.
Right. I mean, I guess I'm glossing over the larger point, which is, of course, there are things that are not our specific moves that bring the insurgency levels up. But by the same token, there are things that are not our specific moves that bring the insurgency levels down. Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. I think we're on the same page about like we're at an opportunity to be able
right,
to do the thing that we normally won't want to do because
right,
it's like we'd have to do it 3 times in a row and
right,
it like doesn't really then we're not making progress anywhere
right.
really.
I gotcha.
Yeah. But I don't think that's a bad idea.
Mhm.
I do think it's too safe of an idea
Okay.
to do like a lot of that, because there's other moves that are aggressive that get the same result, right?
Okay.
So I just think we should be aggressive. Also, that move sounds like an investment move towards time that the game literally doesn't have anymore, right? We are in the final act. So what are we trying to get these numbers up one for?
Well,
if we're, that's my opinion, is we should be
I mean, I just don't
very
know.
aggressive.
I just don't know if we're in the final act. I know we're on I know we're on the
We're definitely
downswing.
not.
We're headed towards the finish line. We're not, but I don't know that it's as close as the final act.
Yeah, I don't think
I
like
think
this is the last resistance
Right.
turn, but
Yeah.
it's just like I think we're close enough that that should be
Yeah.
part of the evaluation of
Yeah, yeah.
like, do we even bother with it when there's only maybe 2 turns
Right.
left?
Well, cool. Look, I mean, I think, it sounds like we're on the same page, at least for these three that are relatively close. Although, now that I think about it, like the rat tribe and the rabbit tribe, the rat tribe's at 40, right? So it doesn't matter what happens. The resistance roll is going to take them to 41 and bring them into the next thing, right? So, like, in a weird way, it doesn't make sense to do anything for them.
Aren't we supposed to get Ted in here to roll our
Yeah, actually,
resistance
ping him.
numbers?
We forget this every time. Let's ping him and
Yeah.
do that.
Because I think this time it will make an
Right,
effect on our
absolutely.
decisions. Where normally we're like, it's so far away, it doesn't really
Right.
matter.
Well, normally we're so far away and we just want to murder everything. So,
Yeah. Oni, are you typing?
yeah.
I did forget about that. That should be done first.
Yeah, we just figured out that could actually help us.
Yeah.
All right, who's rolling?
I rolled last time, I think.
I think
Is it back to Adam?
no, I think I went before you, so I think it's back to Oni.
Could be.
Hey, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Just roll 8d6. There are 8 tribes. We will go down the list like we usually do.
Okay.
I roll big.
Oh, damn.
This is good. This is a good start.
Okay.
So, dog gain 5. That seems appropriate given everything that just happened. Ape gain 5.
Wait, my eyes bad. Dog gain 3.
5?
He's going top to bottom. And the
Don't
dice.
usually go top
Yeah, where is?
the bottom of the list.
Okay, maybe
First die to the last die.
Maybe I'm not seeing the roll.
Is your list different than our list?
No, I think I'm just not seeing the rolls in.
Alchemy.
Oh,
correct?
in
Alchemy.
Yeah,
Alchemy?
it goes
I-
5-5, 3-6, 1-1, 3-6.
There it is. Okay, yeah, I just reloaded. Now I see it. Great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was looking at a die roll for something else entirely and was
Really, why are you excited? That's like a 2.
yeah, like right, 5.
Rabbit and reptile are the ones that get the small. Bear and 6 for Badger.
Age.
I missed. Okay. That's
That all you need me for?
yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Ping me again.
Thank you, Chad.
Cool.
Okay. So, how we looking?
Good. So the rat tribe is now at 46, so they've been pushed up into the next tier. Um, the rabbit tribe sits at 60. So on the one hand, like we should definitely do something, right, that adds to the insurgency value. But looking at the chart, like everything except recruitment, disinformation, and reconnaissance adds a D6 to insurgency. So basically everything is still on the table for them to get them into the next level.
Yeah. We just have to hit.
Yeah, I mean, the only other one that's like reasonably close, right, is the reptiles. They're at 35, right? So they need 6 points. Like if you do a full-on demonstration, that gets you roll 2d6, right? So that makes it,
2d6.
possible.
It makes it a possible, good chance,
Yeah.
fair chance.
Yeah, I think it ends up being just about 50-50 for that. And then everything from there on out is more than that. Like the next one is the Badger tribe, but they're only at 53 and you need 8. They'd need 8 to move up. The apes would need 9 to move up. Yeah, so I mean, it seems like doing something that gains insurgency is a no-brainer in the rabbit tribe because they only need 1 point, right? And literally anything you do will get you that point. Now, of course, the caveat to all of this is we don't know what the watchers are doing, and so they could be taking moves in the same or some of these areas to reduce these things. But at least to date, I haven't been doing much to try and anticipate where they're going to move, and
Oh, yeah.
I think that's sort of the right move. Like,
Yeah, we have no possible way of
Right.
understanding what
Right.
they're going to do because I think he rolls like us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah, right. I don't think he's being like quite so strategic, other than like story event.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think there's probably some strategy to it because if he was literally just rolling, then he'd just roll in on the table, and he like him being gone for this part of it wouldn't be necessary.
Yeah. I mean, pose. I don't entirely.
But right, who
yeah.
knows, right? But
Yeah.
the end result of that is the same, right? Which is,
Yeah.
yeah, man, there's no reason we should be trying to like
Yeah, we don't strategize.
right,
Yeah.
make our moves based on what we anticipate they're doing. That doesn't, yeah, that's crazy talk.
Okay. So, and while we can recruit at only a 10 population threshold, isn't it that only one cell or 2 cells can be active in a zone? There's still a restriction about that, right?
Yeah, unless the other one is helping, they can't do.
Right. I mean, I think ultimately the most we could do if we ever got there was 2 cells in each zone, right? And
Yeah.
then you make an action in each zone, and the second cell is just assisting and giving them an extra die or two, however it works,
Yeah.
to roll.
Well, should we be recruiting? Right, should we be recruiting? Right, our threshold's lower. We should be recruiting at least to take advantage of that, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though, like, I feel it's like, well, there can't be that many turns left, but I feel like not doing it when the game's like, hey,
Right.
you should be doing this. how much recruit?
Let's see here. We can- I mean, if we're gonna do, you want to do it in the rabbit just to make sure like we do something there because that also adds to our insurgency. Right?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
No,
Freak
it's one
me,
of the
dude.
3 that doesn't add to our insurgency.
Uh, well, fuck that. We gotta do that shit somewhere else.
Yeah.
Rabbit gotta do some. Rabbit gotta do like a demonstration or some shit. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I mean, here's the problem with recruiting, right? Um, we haven't recruited where the insurgency numbers are low because it's more difficult and less likely to fail, right? Which means all of the places where the insurgency's numbers are high already have at least 1 cell, and the apes have 2,
Yeah.
right? So, like, we can recruit a second cell in, um like, Rat Tribe is probably a good candidate for it. The rabbits and the reptiles, it's not that they're not good candidates for it, it's just that they're close enough to getting to the next insurgency level that we want to do something that has an insurgency score for those 2, right? So we could recruit in the rat tribe, we could recruit in um the yeah, I mean after that we don't I mean, we could recruit in the Badger tribe. They're at 53, right? Which I think makes it a break even situation. Yeah. You know, and narratively, makes a ton of sense. Like the entire leadership of the resistance that the reforming of the resistance just happened here, right? It makes sense that people would be in some Badger's ears trying to recruit people, get them to sign up.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds good to me, man.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
um,
Yeah. I mean, I think we should, if our, if our like
mhm.
our numbers and where we have things are such that it's like we can't recruit as much as we want. I think that's fine. As long as you do some, because I think we're gonna lose some boys.
Right. Here's the other thing. Uh, like their insurgency value is at 26, right? So they're at what is it, a -1 or a it's not really a -1. I guess it's a +1 danger die, right?
Yeah.
But it seems like after what happened, like recruiting in dog territory, trying to get a cell there, like they'd probably be pretty pissed.
I mean, yeah. I guess thematically, mechanically, that means
Right.
nothing. But are you saying you want to recruit in Dogtown?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to recruit there for a couple reasons, right? Um, One, right, either there or in cat territory, right? The problem is like that side of the map is right now is pretty sparse with cells, right? And so, strategically speaking, like, okay, you've got, the Badgers, right, have a cell that you can slide over to one of those locations to do something that's already at a minus or a +1 danger die, right? But also you start and we started running into this problem, I think, last insurgency round, where if everybody's stacked up on the eastern side, if all of our cells are stacked up on the eastern side of Paradise Valley, you've got a hard time spreading them out far enough so that they can all take actions.
Yeah. So you're saying you want to recruit in Dogtown?
Right. Recruit either in Dogtown or in Cattown. I mean, neither of them are very good candidates for recruitment, but the only other choice is to let them sort of wither on the vine, which seems awful.
Do we have a cat? Cell?
We don't.
Okay, then why don't we recruit in both? That's our recruitment, and
Okay.
then we do, a demonstration. I think it was the one place where, like, if we hit the demonstration, we could tier
Okay.
them. And then I still vote to be as aggressive as we can be,
Okay.
because
Well,
we know lowering the
Mhm.
watcher number ability
right.
is drastic for us.
Right. Yeah.
And we've been good about keeping on them, but like we need to stay on them.
Well, look, I think in that case, right, a great way to kill two birds with one stone is we know in the um in the rabbit tribe, right? They need 1 point to get to 61, which brings them their insurgency level to that next tier, right? Well, pinpoint attack, sabotage, and assault all roll a d6 to add to the insurgency, right? Um, and so we could have them make some sort of attack. Now, I mean, those are increasing in danger, pinpoint attack being the safest. That's a success chance of 6, a danger die of 1, um, and assault being the most dangerous, where the success is only a 2 and the danger is a 3. Um,
And what gives us the highest gain? Is that the assault? That's the
the
biggest.
assault, yeah, that reduces the watcher's capacity by 3d6.
Yo, I mean,
Right.
we
So,
discuss. Is it a discussion or are we agreed?
um, let me look at the map. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I'm all for it. We just need to figure out, like, that's clearly a situation where we're going to want the rabbits to make that, and we're going to want somebody to help them out. Right. So, I mean,
Maybe I was thinking that it's up to them. I was actually thinking that it's just up to them,
okay.
and then we don't risk as like that's the gamble, right? That's our gamble is that they figure it out. But if you because isn't it if it fails, both cells can be lost?
I don't think so. I think since only, I think the one cell's only giving assistance, so you're not going to lose the assistance cell. I think that's the
Okay.
way it works.
I can't remember.
I think so.
Wow. Look, I'm just for I'm the one pushing for aggressive actions.
Yeah.
Feel free to temper that back, right?
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, I think if we had, let's say, we have the rabbits making an assault in the rabbit habitat, right? And we have the bears heading over there to assist them, right? Um, that would mean, I mean, that would essentially be uh, three dice for success and 3 danger dice, right?
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
And I mean, I think I'd agree with you, Sean. Like, if it's the case that we could potentially lose both of those cells in that operation, then I'd sort of say, well, let's just roll the dice with the rabbits and have them, you know, win, lose, or draw on their own.
Mm,
Like it's a very risky maneuver, and I don't see the point in risking 2 cells for it. You know, but like, dude, reducing that watcher capacity by 3d6 would be nice.
would be
Um,
huge. Yeah, be
yeah.
huge.
Um, so yeah, it sounds like oh, it's over here. We want the rabbits doing an assault. They don't have a second cell anymore. I don't need to do that. And they're doing it in Rabbit Town. We have the bears. Uh, assisting the rabbits. And we might switch that up. if if it turns out we could lose both of those cells. You want to have the reptiles are at 35 insurgency. You want to have them just do a demonstration in an effort to get them to that next threshold to get to 41.
Yeah, that was the dice
Yeah.
gamble, right?
Yeah,
The kind of 50-50. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
yeah. And they're doing that in the reptile area. Great. So now we've got the badgers, who I think we're going to send to either dog or cat town to recruit. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have a
Yeah.
preference where they're going?
What are they? They're equidistance, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a preference. No. Do
I think either one makes sense.
yeah. We were planning on
Yeah.
recruiting in both, right? So like, who would be the other tribe we would
Oh
send
well,
to do any?
if we're going to recruit in both, then I guess it doesn't make a difference. I think the other tribe, we could send one of the two ape cells. Actually, let's do this. We'll send the badgers to the cats to recruit. So that way it's that way it's a -1 for both things, and we'll send one of the ape cells to recruit in Dogtown. Which means, let's see, we've got one cell left. That's the ape cell. They're at a 72 insurgency level, so they're doing pretty good.
I think that means they should be aggressive.
Yeah, you want to try like
Big boy numbers.
well, I
Big
mean,
boy.
Big boy. Ape escape.
right. Why don't we do
Planet
this?
of
Why don't
the
we
Apes.
switch it up a little bit? Why don't we have that second ape cell? Why don't we have them do the assault? Right? We have them do the assault. We have the bears assist them. Then we have the rabbits do a pinpoint attack in their area. Right?
Sure.
So the
Yeah.
pinpoint attack would bring the
Yeah.
capacity down 1d6.
Kind of hedges us a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, seems smart.
Yeah. So let's do that. And then these guys are going to assist with the apes. And then the apes are going to do an all-out assault. We're doing that in Ape Town. Okay, so here's what we've got. Let me just rip through it, make sure we're all on the same page. The apes have two cells. One cell is going to recruit for cells in Dogtown. The second is going to do an all-out assault in the ape territory. There are no dog cells, there are no cat cells. Oh, we don't have anything for the rat cell. I thought we did. Where were we doing with them?
I don't think we've discussed what to do with them
Okay.
Specifically yet.
Okay, well, we'll get back to it. Let me just rip through everything else. The rabbits are doing a pinpoint attack in their area. The reptiles are doing a demonstration in their area. The bear cell is going to assist with the apes on the all-out assault in the ape territory, and the badgers are going to recruit a cat cell. So yeah, we've got the rats. They're at 46. There's any number of things we could do. One of the things that, to your point, Sean, we're clearly on the downslope of this campaign as opposed to the upslope, right? I sort of like the idea of either disinformation or reconnaissance, right? Which sets up for a big move on the next turn.
Oh.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
like disinformation adds +2 to success for an operation in any habitat, right? and
I think that's great. I think that's great.
okay. As opposed to like reconnaissance, which would like it would have to take place in the rat area, but it's a +4.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like we don't need as much action in the rat tribe as we'll need it somewhere else.
Yep, gotcha. It makes
Yeah.
sense. So we're gonna have the rats engage in some disinformation, right? And we'll just say they're doing it in the rat area since it doesn't really make a difference since the +2 is applicable anywhere if they're successful, and no reason to give them any additional negative dice.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a plan? Do we want to run through it one more time?
I mean, I think it sounds good.
All right.
Yeah,
I like
we're
it.
doing some attack. We're kind of doing everything we want to be doing.
Yep. We've got 2 recruitments, an assault, a pinpoint attack, disinformation, demonstration.
A demonstration as well.
Yeah.
See, also about peace.
Yeah, right. Let me just make sure. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I knew I fucked something up. The apes are on their own. The bears don't have a fucking cell.
Oh, the bears don't have a cell. None at all.
No.
Hmm.
Fuck that up. That's all right.
Should we do anything about that, or just let that be for now?
I mean, we can send the wait, who's doing the other recruitment? Here's what we can do. We can send one of the 2 people that's recruiting. It'd probably be the ape group. We can send instead of sending them to the dogs, we can send them to the bears. The only strategic difference it makes is their location on the map. They're both in the same tier of insurgency, so the numbers are going to be the same for either role.
Yeah. I think between the 2, I feel like dog only like story wise that feels good.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
I don't know that that's like best choice.
Do you have an opinion one way or the other, Ani?
I don't think he
I
does.
really don't have an
Oh.
opinion on it. I think really the only difference, like the story reason, like, oh yeah, we picked up a dog.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right. Well, look. I mean, we'll look at the map.
Just do dogs. We don't have
Yeah,
to.
we'll
It
leave
doesn't
it
have to be
dogs,
debate.
yeah.
Just do dogs.
Yeah, we'll leave it with the
Yeah.
dogs.
It's like it's not the last resistance time either. So
Right. Yeah, we'll leave it with the dogs. So I think we're good. Yeah. We'll cross our fingers for that ape cell, man.
Yeah,
Just
good
out
luck.
there, letting it swing in the breeze.
Yeah, man. That's what they're here for.
Hell yeah! All right. I think we are.
They know
ready.
a thing or two about swinging.
Yeah, they do know a thing or two about swinging. That is true. All right.
So does Cassius 18, from what I hear.
he's been saying it. I ain't gonna stop him. Oh my god. I'm still coping on the fact that cats do not get the furry edible power. Like the one that helps you with the cold for one of the few races that actually have cold areas in their shit.
Mhm. Well, you'd be too strong. Yeah.
I would be too strong,
You'd be
but
too strong.
they didn't know they were nerfing me. I just didn't read these fucking abilities.
All right. All right. Get to the whole section on this jazz since I scrolled away from it for some reason. All right, got everything decided. You are sending out your crews from the current situation in Badgerboro. What are we doing?
Okay. Let's just go down the list here. We have no dog cells.
Uh,
Yeah.
let's actually go down by habitat instead of cell.
Okay.
That kind of makes it easier. What operation, if any, is taking place in the dog habitat?
Okay. One of our 2 ape cells is going to recruit in the dog habitat.
There's a recruit action by ape number 1.
Number one. Hey,
Do you want to roll successes as we go down, or do you want to just assign everything and then do successes at the end?
Oni, how do you feel about it? You're rolling dice.
Roll 'em as we
How do you
go.
feel, Lucky? You want to roll them as we go? Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Looking back at last resistance turn, there are no operations that pay. There's no like reconnaissance or anything that pays forward chance of success. So your base chance of success on a recruitment is 6. You are recruiting in dog territory, which should have a decent insurgency by now. Nope, 26.
Yeah. Nah.
Which is a -1 chance of success. So 5 dice. Base danger is 1, but you are operating in a neighboring cell. So that is a neighboring habitat. Pardon me. So that is a +1 danger. So it will be 5 base dice and 2 gear dice. There is nothing going on in Watchers. There is no Watcher operation that will affect chance of success or danger. So roll 5 base dice, 2 gear dice. You want successes on the base dice. You want anything but explosions on the gear dice. But successes on the gear dice do not count.
All right,
Success.
that looks like we have a cell in Dogtown now.
let's go.
Nice. All right. What, if anything, is going on in the ape habitat?
The apes here. The apes are planning an assault in the ape habitat.
Alrighty. An assault. Oof. Oof. Success chance is only 2, and danger is 3. There are no Watcher operations that affect either of those things, so it's 2 base dice and 3 danger dice.
Danger is their middle name.
I'm sorry, 3 gear dice. You do not succeed, but you also do not lose your cell, so that one comes out in a wash.
Okay.
No problem there.
Look at that.
We live to fight another day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is anything being done in the cat habitat?
The badgers are going to recruit in the cat habitat.
The badger cell, so that is a neighboring cell. The cat insurgency is 28, so this is the same roll as the dog tribe. There's nothing going on in the cat habitat that affects that. So that will be 5 base dice and 2 gear dice. one base plus 1 for operating in a neighboring habitat. Badger cell is lost.
Ugh.
Easy, dude.
You do have a reroll, I will remind you.
Oh shit!
I
Let's
think,
use
yeah, let's use it.
Watch this, dude.
Watching. Uh-huh.
Successful, but still lose your.
Worth. That is worth.
W trade, dude.
That's a
trade.
W. That's a W.
I got my one.
Mm,
I love saying that when I got only one kill in the team fight for like the last 3 fights.
and that's a W, folks. That's how we do it.
I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
All right. What, if anything, is going on in the rat habitat?
The rats are engaging in disinformation with their cell in that habitat.
You didn't expect. A little late
I've
game
gotta look.
disinformation.
I've got to look this one up because I don't know what this even does. Okay.
Get ready.
Okay.
If we've got it
10
right,
chance of success.
right, it gives us a +2 to a chance of success on one operation next turn.
Next turn. Yep.
Yeah.
The insurgency of the rats. It did take a hit, but it's still 46, which I believe puts you at just an even roll. So that is 10 base dice and no gear dice. You cannot lose your cell. Actually, hold on. Let me double check that. Yeah, no watcher operation in the rat tribe will affect those chances. So 2 successes. Yeah. That is a
Okay.
successful disinformation round.
Incredible.
Whoa.
Rats are operating there. All right. What, if anything, is happening in the rabbit habitat?
The rabbits are engaging in a pinpoint attack in their own habitat.
Pinpoint attack is 6 success, 1 danger base. But the rabbits currently have a 60 insurgency score, which adds. Ooh, it actually adds nothing. You needed one more. Unfortunate.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yep. There is, unfortunately, a significant amount of drone activity. The Watchers are performing reconnaissance on the rabbits, which will up the danger by 2 and lower your chance of success by 2. So
Oh,
pinpoint attack goes from 6 and 1 to 4 and 3. 4 base
Yeah,
dice,
please.
3 danger dice.
okay. That's
That's
easy.
Yeah,
We
get
win
there.
these.
You sure do.
Hell yeah.
But I tell
The
you, man, you
rabbit
gotta believe.
succeed in their pinpoint attack without losing the cell.
Hell yeah.
Only one bomb was used this time around.
Only one bomb.
Okay, so what that means is a pinpoint attack. Roll 1 base die and 1 skill die. The base die is the loss to capacity, and the skill die is the boost to insurgency. Oof. +6 insurgency, -4 capacity. That is.
Nice.
Hey man, you gotta believe, dude. You gotta fucking believe.
Mm-hmm. Heart of the cards.
Was the one gambling meme? It was like, every gambler always quits right before their big break.
That's right. 90% of people quit before they hit big.
Yeah, that is not. Their reconnaissance does not save the Watchers anything. Alrighty, what is going on in the reptile tribe?
The
if anything?
reptile cell is conducting a demonstration in the reptile habitat.
demonstration. Base success chance is 8. Your insurgency sits at 35, so that's a -1, I think.
Mhm.
Yep. And they are operating within their own cell or within their own habitat, so the base the base danger stays at 2. So that is 7 base dice, 2 gear dice.
It goes.
Darn, dude.
Oof.
Brutal.
Reptile
I'm gonna hit
cell
it big next time.
loss.
We'll get him next time.
Essentially, it turns out, as the reptile cell is beginning their move, making their play for this demonstration of defiance and rebellion, each one of them is picked off the streets, taken into the labyrinth as the Watchers are conducting an abduction in that habitat this
Yeah.
turn. The abduction results in a loss of 6 insurgency and 2 population.
Okay.
Haven't they been through enough?
Honestly, you could say that about just about everybody.
I'm just curious what you take so much joy from this. Carry.
All right. What, if anything, is going on in the bear habitat?
No activity in the bear habitat.
No resistance activity.
All's
In the bear
quiet.
habitat, all is not quiet, unfortunately. As if. Am I looking at this right? Yes. There is an influx of watchers into the bear habitat. There is a massacre, resulting in a loss of 8 insurgency and 3 population.
Okay.
Good thing we weren't there.
Well, this is all happening over this resistance turn, so depending on where you all are planning to go and what you all are planning to do.
That we did not figure out so much.
And then finally, what's going on in Badgertown?
Nothing.
Nothing. No resistance activity in Badgertown. The Watchers, as what are their names? Frost and Adams explained to you. There's a whole lot of extra obstacles on the way here. The Watchers, the Sentinels, have set up a bunch of roadblocks all over the place. Roadblocks result in a loss of 5 insurgency to the Badger tribe.
Okay. Any population loss?
No, not in the Badger tribe.
Gotcha. Okay.
In terms of resistance operations in either the bear or badger, you did not assign any cells. This is sort of a lull in the activity. Well, I will just put these out. This is sort of a period where the Watchers are not making any direct assaults in the same way that you all have experienced very recently at Rat Castle and at the Lodge. In fact, Watcher operations seem to, although the Watchers are more present than they have been in some time, they're not as antagonistic. However, something is definitely amiss in Paradise Valley as a series of disasters strike various habitats. The rumblings that you all felt in the dog tribe, a series of earthquakes which result in building collapse, fissures opening in the ground. There is a loss of 25 population in the dog tribe.
Holy moly.
Oh my god, dude, what the fuck?
In a similar vein, there is a a seemingly unending ice storm that will settle over the rat habitat. The cat habitat, which is right next door and actually, in snow most of the time, completely unaffected. It's like the storm stops at the barrier, at the fence. It will go on for weeks. 24 members of the rat tribe will die. There is a loss of 24 population in the rat tribe.
A loss of 24 population in the rat trap.
Correct.
Okay.
Perhaps the most bizarre incident occurs in the ape habitat. You would think that islands in the middle of the lake would be relatively safe. They have a natural barrier against a lot of things, but that does not stop a horde of land sharks, of psionic butterflies, of winged morays, all the creatures of Paradise Valley that you learn to kind of work around, learn to deal with, learn to handle the odd encounter with these things. They are just absolutely overrun by monsters. Even ones that have no business. Land sharks don't, they will drown if they go into water. And yet these have apparently dug so deep through the land to go under the lake and pop up in the islands. The apes are woefully unprepared for this. The apes lose 41 population.
Oof. No ape escape.
No ape escape.
Okay, so how many did they lose? 81?
41.
41. 41. Gotcha.
It is finally, as you are working with various groups to leave Badger Burrow surreptitiously, the various groups, pairs of mutants, tiny family groups making their way out a few at a time so as not to arouse suspicion on one of these trips up. Even from where you are, you can see the rock slide on the eastern mountain. Half of the mountain, it feels like, falls, growing, gaining speed, tearing more rock as an avalanche washes over the rabbit habitat. A loss of 62 population.
You said 62?
62. 62.
Luckily, they have a lot.
Yeah, luckily, I guess. Damn.
You are standing with Adams and Frost as you see the side of the mountain, it feels like, just begin to drop. It's not much at first. But even from this distance, you can hear it. Even at this distance, the the amount of rock is large enough that you can see the trees getting swept down and washing over the rabbit habitat. It reaches, it feels like, almost all the way from the far western side, that kind of sluice check, or not checkpoint, the sluice gate that you have seen and crossed over, the almost to the checkpoint that separates them from the rat habitat. There is no snow, despite the ice storm raging over the rat habitat. Just rock and tree and gravity. The two moose standing there at the entrance to Badger Burrow stare. Their mouths just sort of hanging open in horror, knowing what has just happened. And Adams eventually looks down at you, Hugh, and just says, I'm gonna go see what I can do.
Be safe, Adams. Be safe.
Things are amiss in Paradise Valley. As if some unseen force begins to turn the valley itself against you. You have sent out your orders. Your teams will move to fulfill them as best they can. As you stand there with members of the Badger tribe and Frost 27, looking to the three of you, well, what's your plan then? What are you gonna do?
Oh no, things are so crazy now. Everything I was gonna do is just so.
I mean, with everything that's gone on, no one here thinks that's a coincidence, right?
Oh man, fuck no, definitely
Oh,
not.
oh, they're slaughtering us, and if we don't do something soon, there ain't gonna be none of us left.
I mean, clearly they're doing something to control this stuff, and I don't know what it is, but I bet I know where it is. Chip,
Yeah,
I think it's time we meet that cider.
a big grin comes across my two big teeth showing. Oh yeah, now you're talking my language.
I don't really know what you're talking about, but what are you gonna do with her? And she points with her head and antlers over at Leica.
Question. Think I don't know. Look, you can stay if you want. If your heart's in it, you can stay and fight. But I also think that I mean your people need you, and you know what's going on now. So I guess you gotta make a choice. You go back the way things were, sacrificing everyone along the way, or you could finally take a stand.
My people do need me, but I don't know if they're still. I don't know if they're still my people. You all did a number on us when you stormed the lodge and took me. I don't have a better word for it. I would like to go back and see if they will still follow me. But if I am going to do that, there's no way I can do that without your help.
Look, the way I see it, right? You still a dog, so they still your people. Cause there ain't enough of us left. And there ain't no squabbling, right? We're past all that. We gotta be. So I ain't got no problem helping you. Because we need all the help we can get.
Hey. Um, I can't say no to a pretty face. I can't. I help. I definitely help. Right. Let's just hope they don't want to kill you.
That is, to be honest, why I'm hoping you will accompany me, so that you can explain what you did and why, and I can explain what I have seen, and hopefully, together, all of us, so many different groups represented, we can. Hopefully, they will see what must be done. We have been used by the Watchers to maintain order for so long, but it took the Watchers no time at all to turn on us, to cast us aside. If we are to survive, it is like you said. We must stand with the other actual, the one tribe of Paradise Valley. Those who live here, who are born here, instead of constructed here.
Well, hopefully, uh, their their ears work good enough to hear you. Uh, we can we can start prepare some shit and get ready to go soon. If does anybody need anything?
I guess it depends. I know it's been a little narrative with the time, where it's both now but also then. Um, would we have had time to like get food and water, or do we need to take care of that?
You would need to take care of that. Most of what I described, like the population loss from these events, will occur over time. It hasn't like there hasn't. If you were to end up in Ape Town right now, you would find it relatively unscathed. They would be a little confused by the one recent animal or monster attack, but the actual horde will show up over time. So right now it is literally just you have come up with your orders, you have parsed those out, and the last of the groups have just left. The last of your cells, I should say, have just left.
Yeah.
The exception, naturally, being the avalanche, which takes virtually little time to cause that many deaths.
In that case, then yes, I do need something. Also, did the game
It's
get
so
updated?
so frustrating. Yes, I was just looking at it, and it's insane.
Is it insane? I just see it's categorized now.
Yeah, but it also
Wait, what?
it doesn't show you the quantity of items that you have. Like you have to go to edit to see the quantity. It just
Oh,
shows
did
the
they
weight.
edit your sheets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they edit the dice roller? Nope. Still can't do negative dice. Okay.
I mean, that's I mean, in order to see how many grub I have to deduce it from the weight of the grub.
Mm. See, I don't even have any grub, but it
Uh,
still gives me what the weight is. Still is like, hey, grub weighs this much. Here you go.
well, like I mean, I think I've had to edit it every time I've added or subtracted grub or water, right? Like there's a
Yeah, I just mean I check my inventory.
Mhm.
I have 0 grub, but like, yeah, it just displays as weight. Yeah.
right.
But that is what I was looking for. That means I have traded away all my food and water for these sick roller skates,
Hell yeah, dude.
these sick
Oh.
inline rollerblades. So I would need to go hunting.
I mean, I can assist, but that doesn't mean much. Um, but I mean, I will definitely need to take some part in that as I have 1 grub and 3 water.
Can they assist my hunt roll?
Yes, they technically can. This game does not have the does not have a hard requirement that you have ranks in a skill to assist somebody. You just have to be able to reasonably explain the assistance that you are providing.
Yeah, and
I would also like to assist this.
I'm a pretty good knower of nature. I think I could help spot some shit.
Oh, huge. Okay.
Other PCs and NPCs around you can help you succeed. They have to say up front before you roll your dice. It also has to make sense in terms of the story. They have to be physically present and be able to support your action in a direct way. GM has the final say. For every person helping you, you get a +1 modification. No more than 3 people can help you make the roll, which means your maximum modification for help from others is +3. Oh, I'm sorry. You cannot get help when using your specialist skill. When
Oh,
using a
there you
specialist
go.
skill, you are always on your own.
Yeah, that
is
makes sense.
very
Because I was like, that's like my class ability, so I don't know how they'd help me do my class. But it makes sense that they could with a hunt, but since it's a class ability. Okay. I'm out of both food and water. What are you guys looking like? Because I have to choose either, not both.
I have uh, I have 5 water and 2 food, so that's where I'm at.
Okay. Adam.
says it needs grub more than water.
Oh, he's beer. Okay, then I will try to get some food going. Oh yeah, I'll get you some grubs, all right. I know just a log. Oh, I don't know the log. I'm so hungry. He says as he spends a feral point to eat the literal log.
I mean, you can push that if you'd like.
Nah, because I don't want to take the damage. Oh my! I
Okay.
failed my feral point.
Yeah, roll one base die.
Okay. I'm so hungry.
What's the 4?
Probably take away my feral points now that I have 10.
I think it is. No, you lose the ability to form human words. It can only communicate through primitive animal sounds. You can still use your skills to simulate this effect. You as a player should also stop speaking other than describe your actions. The effect lasts d6 hours.
Hold on, let me roll. This is not abnormal. I feel like he's acting pretty normal. As I've gotten more hangry, it's a lot more feral. A lot more gnashing of the teeth.
High pitched screeches and shit like that.
It's like you turn to be like, "Where's Chip?" And I look at you like I turn quickly to you and hiss.
I just started imagining the Charlie Brown fucking womp womps.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, no food today. Maybe tomorrow.
maybe another day.
Maybe another day.
Uh, I'm down to trade some of my shit 'cause I know trade is always just an option.
Where would we go to trade? Well, actually, we could go to Dogtown. You know,
I
Lady,
feel
she
like
wants our
every place
help.
also. I feel like there's also like places inside that should probably have some things, right? Like I feel like trades.
You could
Yeah,
definitely trade here in Badgerboro.
they trade in Badger.
Yeah, dude. How much food can I get for a scrap spear?
A scrap spear?
Yeah.
Somehow does not have an actual listing in the gear section at the back beyond scrap item. But given that well, no, here we go. Spear cost 1 to 2, same as grub. So it would cost you, or you would be able to sell it for 1 or well, say 2 grub, maybe even 2 grub in the water. They like you here.
Hey, hell yeah, dude. Trade my scrap spear, get it out of here. You said 2 food, 1 water?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Now, that's a good trade for me. For a guy like me, that's great.
Oh, right. Could we also got this Kevlar vest. I also made a set of assassin bug armor.
I mean, you do technically have 2 sets of Kevlar, although Leica has requested that she could have hers back. She seems less concerned with Sputnik's, who she's not entirely positive that he's still alive at this point.
Um,
I didn't kill him.
just yeah, he'll live.
Oh yeah, the other guys killed him.
The guy, he's dead. I loved keeping the Kevlar vest because it's cool, but I already have armor. Can't wear it and the so, and I don't. I think we all have like stuff we would rather have, which is such a shame.
Does he have good armor?
He does.
Well,
Um,
trade is always trade, you know.
trade is always trade, and I'm gonna starve. Me starving? Get out of here. I trade the
Get a lot.
Kevlar. I trade the Kevlar vest. No, I trade the assassin bug armor because I could kill another assassin bug, maybe. But the Kevlar vest I've never seen before.
Yeah, you know, I feel like just keeping them around, just keeping them on.
The assassin bug armor had armor rating of 6. It'll be it was the maximum.
Yep.
And it also gains that in like environmental protection.
Endurance. Yep.
Yeah. So this is some insane armor.
Armor, amazingly enough, is not listed in the gear list. And I don't even think it's in the gear list for Mutant Year Zero base. So I have no.
Is there?
I can't just be like, oh, that one, but.
Yeah. I mean, is there? Do you think there might be like a weapon equivalent? You know, it's like, oh, it's probably kind of like this.
Well, I'm looking at Jacket Coat, which is 1 to 2, and that's just a 2 gear bonus to endure. Yours is offering a 6 and provides armor. So I feel like we would be closer to the kind of higher end near something like a flashlight, which is 3 to 6. A rot suit is 4 to 8. So I feel like a set of armor would probably be closer to the same range as a rot suit. So I would say that you can get 6 grub for that armor.
Could I do 3 and 3? 3 grub, 3 water?
You absolutely. You know what? They will do 4 and 3. 4 grub, 3 water.
You gotta be.
Water is not.
No. You already said 3 and 3. Okay, you can't take one of them.
No, I'm explaining why they are adding the extras because the water is not quite as valuable.
Yeah.
Hey, to a guy like me, I'm water pilled as fuck. Dude, gotta get your gallons of water in.
Hydro.
Well, it's just easier to acquire. There is a river and lake of fresh drinkable water.
They
He's
got
so
it. They
lucky.
don't know.
You don't even know how good you have it. Incredible. Don't know. Adam will want to do any.
Welcome back. We are doing some bartering here in Badger Burrow. The hunt was not very successful.
Okay.
Apparently, the
Not at all successful.
the extra roadblocks of the Watchers have scared off a lot of the game.
Okay. And so it sounds like we are probably bartering for food at this point.
We are bartering for food. I've just bartered for 3 grub, 4 water, I believe.
Okay.
Now I'm happy to share, but I don't know if you wanted to trade your own stuff.
Have here.
I traded set of armor I made away. Kept the Kevlar.
Nice.
I really would like my Kevlar back at some point. Or something.
Yeah, that seems right. I'll give like her Kevlar. Let's how about this, Ted? I'll go around, I'll find somebody who's looking for something obscure and make a scavenger roll to see if I can pull it out of my pack.
Okay. This will essentially qualify as like a scrap item.
Yeah.
The wrapper.
I have an old tattered version of a badminton racket that this person described.
I can give you a couple grub for this. This
Yeah.
looks like it's about to fall apart, though.
I can try and repair it for you, I guess. But any grub that you could spare in exchange would be most appreciated.
He will offer you a grub and a water for it.
Fantastic. Beggars can't be choosers. That sounds perfect.
You get the sense that had you not been related to one of the current leaders, that it probably would not have been anything.
Right.
But
Yeah. No, I mean,
being a little generous.
yeah.
Swings the racket, it immediately breaks,
Yeah.
picks up the pieces, grumbles, walks off.
Yeah,
So,
baby.
right, somewhere in Badgerboro, somebody, fucking Eiserman's kid cornered me, made me give him a grub and a water. For what? For these goddamn scraps he pulled out of his bag. He said it was some sort of racket or something. I don't know.
Yeah. He said it was bad. Damn right it's bad.
Right. Right.
Who do you think he is?
Right.
Who do you think he is? Days.
I just, as soon as I said, I just started thinking about fucking Christopher and Paulie talking shit about the.
Look, it all comes back to this.
I gave that cocksucker 20 years of my life, Adriana.
All right. What is y'all's plan? It sounds like you are headed to the lodge with Leica to kind of survey the status of the dog tribes, see what her position is like. In
Yeah, I
terms
mean,
of leadership and
I don't mind going to try to like help her. I don't have a plan for what to do because we don't know exactly what's going on there. So that will be a little more reactive. Is that like what we want to be doing, or is there a different idea about what we like? We we deal with her and then we go do something, right? Like is that, do we want to do that, or do we want to focus on Dogtown or something?
I mean, I think, well, I know unless something crazy goes on in Dogtown, Hewlett is going to do his best to make this as short and as quick as possible, and wants to figure out how to get back into the Watchers HQ and figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. My initial thoughts on that would be to maybe like talk to the moose people.
Okay.
It feels like maybe they might know like
Mhm.
either the status of the like mountain pass,
Mhm.
right? and to know whether like is that viable or do we need an alternative, right?
Right.
Now we have the map of the facility,
Mhm.
and I don't think it had other
Oh,
outs
I mean,
except for the ones that go to other places.
well, right. I mean, it definitely did have other outs. The question is whether or not those other places are within Paradise Valley somewhere, right?
Yeah, I know there were
That,
tunnels that led away.
yeah,
I don't know if there's other vent access. You
right,
know what I mean, like back doors,
right. Who
the kind
knows,
of thing.
right?
Yeah.
Is it
Um,
just like one leads to each forbidden zone? Like, I mean, we certainly didn't find out in the time at the time, and I don't know if the map shows that stuff anyway. So I don't
yeah.
know that there's anything that Hewlett can do about it.
We looked at that map a lot,
Mhm.
Ted. Does it is
The
it
map is still available in the handouts. Handout number
yeah.
2, map of GenLab Alpha.
Yeah. I mean, is there more to it than what we just see in the handout?
That is the map that your characters see.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So we don't have any way to discern other alternative entrances. Um, other than maybe like, hey, maybe the moose. No, right? I mean, obviously it's through any of the forbidden zones, but that's like a fight,
Yeah.
right? And we're looking for like, how do we maybe not fight in the front door?
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't really have any. I mean, other than the mountain pass, I really don't have any like really good ideas about um how to effectively go about it.
Right.
My other idea is like just go to the front door,
Right.
right? Let's just kick the hornet's nest right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that there's any. Looking at this map, like I think my assumption and probably Hewlett's assumption, right, is access tunnel to restricted area 1 and access tunnel to restricted area 2. Well, what do you know? Like we know 2 restricted areas,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so, you know, um I I think the question I would ask is, hey, do we want to do some reconnaissance at one of those restricted areas and see what we can see? See if we can figure out like, is it the situation where the area is restricted and so if you can somehow get inside, right? Then all of a sudden security is a lot more lax because they don't anticipate anyone being inside that shouldn't be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But I mean, I do know that like in the immediate term, Hewlett's going to assist Leica with, you know, doing exactly what Leica asked. If the dogs want to listen and want to hear what we were trying to do, like I will tell them, right? And then Leica, you're sort of on your own. Like, um, that's great. And then I think it's talking to figure out, hey, like these people are literally controlling right you know land we live on and the animals that occupy it. Like we we got to do something about this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Man, it's just, like I feel like had she had some kind of connection to the Watchers,
Mhm.
then we would have had a maybe like a informative idea to make here. But
Right. Well, right. And I mean, I think that's what certainly what I was if not hoping, at least anticipating that like we'd get her and there'd be some real intel that we got as a result of that. We did. It's just not the intel we expected. The
it's
intel
just
we
not the intel
yeah,
yeah, that
yeah,
we were maybe
yeah.
um hmm. Yeah, I mean, why don't we deal with her in Dogtown,
Yep.
right? And then we'll figure the rest out.
Yep.
You are in
Um,
Vancouver. The lodge is straight east of you along a trail which no doubt you are not planning to use.
sure. Unless
That'd be wild. Now's the time. We're like, fuck it.
I mean, hey, every watcher we take out, that's one less.
I hear you, dude.
What is the plan? And you have audio with you as well, and Frost is currently standing around just sort of waiting for instructions. She is obviously not an actual moose cell, but um, you all are the resistance, and she is
Did we,
here to fight and join you.
did we use the moose in our resistance turn?
We did not.
Should we have?
I think they
Uh,
count as a resistant cell.
yeah,
I thought they were able to do anything anywhere because they don't have a
Well,
home.
Yeah, just to clarify, they do need to be technically recruited first. Frost is something of an exception.
Yeah, she's just kind of chill with us. It's like,
yeah. So
She is. It's not so much chill with you as just, I don't want to say measuring you, but trying to figure out,
right. And,
like, is this worth it, or should I be
right. And it
going to
sounds
find
like
someone else?
right. It sounds like Frost is itching for a fight. And so far, right, we seem to be the best path towards that. Now, whether or not that proves true and whether or not she's interested long term, we will find out. But at least now, it certainly sounds like she's interested in busting some Watcher skulls, right? And thinks best chance of making that happen is our three idiots.
if y'all down to
Do
fight, I
we?
am so down.
You want to fight?
Hey, man. Yeah.
Oh,
I will say, as you all have not elected a a resistance action for your cell yet, nor have you elected for a resistance action in the badger habitat where you are. That does give you some leeway. You could, if you're looking to fight, you can always, see exactly how much of a fight you want to have, i.e., pinpoint, assault, that kind of jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And counting as both your resistance action and the resistance action within the badger habitat. Or you could also it's not like there's a moose habitat, so
Right.
if you wanted to recruit a moose cell, you just do that wherever you are. That would be your action, and it would come down to you
Yeah, I
setting
think
that up. However,
in my head, I think narratively the way this works out. I mean, I would like to excuse me, would like to have a moose cell, right? Particularly after we ended up again another break even on the cell growth. Um, didn't lose any, didn't gain any overall. Um, so I think it
you
makes
gained
sense.
one.
But we actually
You
succeeded.
gained one because you gained one you gained a dog cell, and then gained one in
Right,
the
but
cat cell,
we
but lost
lost
your badger cell
right,
in the
but we
process.
lost 2 cells, overall.
Oh, you are correct. Yes.
Yeah, and so we just broke even, right? Um, right, and so I think it makes for me, it makes both narrative sense and also, like, strategic sense. I'd love to have this moose cell. Like, maybe that's what we're doing with Frost. Like, there's no habitat we can go to recruit people. So maybe what we're doing is all this time we're spending together and whatever comes in the time we do spend together, we're, um, you know, uh, trying to convince Frost, like, hey, like, we understand you want to fight, but the way to do that, like, the moose, right? Like, get a group together, right? And if you've got an actual group, we can send you missives on the regular, and you'll be fighting more than you know what to do with.
I'm down with that. I mean, I think having a moose. Look, I think getting a moose before this game is over is awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So does Herb. Get him some moose before this game's over.
Get him some moose.
Yeah, I got some moose, dog, bear,
Oh, I got that moose in me.
rabbit.
You got that moose.
I got a lot of shit.
Moose in me. Uh, oh man. Okay. Hold on. I just gotta. Okay. With Adia and Frost 27 in tow, the now 6 of you set out for the lodge, like pulling her Kevlar back on, giving Hugh a very heartfelt thank you.
Yeah, don't forget that knife I gave you.
She taps it where it is tucked into the belt of her jumpsuit, gives you a nod.
That's like an official, like gift from one leader to another.
It is.
You know, if we got married, our tribes would be joined.
A bold swing, man. A fucking bold swing.
You know, out here in Fair Verona, what do you think, huh?
Hey, man.
Perhaps you want to see if I am even still the leader of the of my tribe.
Hey.
You could be more present.
I take a step forward to close the distance to her. Hey, look, it don't matter to me if you're the leader of the tribe or not. Okay, I love you. I always have.
This fucking guy, dude. He didn't want none of that. Fuck out of here.
I'm just playing. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing. Oh,
Hey,
no,
that
no, no.
is all you, man. It's all you.
No, no, I don't think you are cool though. You know, honestly, I thought we was gonna kill each other. Now we're not, and I think that deepens the bond, right?
I'm gonna start talking to Frost. Hey, you gotta watch out for that guy. He's just a dirty dog. He's just a dirty dog.
He looks down at you and just, well, from this angle, why does it look like the top of your head is extra big? She is looking like straight down at you.
Oh man, you got a lot of thinking to do. What do you see up
Okay,
there?
so we're heading to the lodge, gonna find out whether Leica is still in charge. I can tell you the folks over at the lodge, they were it was well, it was a little bit of chaos.
You think they remember it was us?
Oh, most definitely. Well, we didn't break our promise. She's alive. She's actually better than she was when we found her. So,
So
yeah.
yeah, I'm
Alrighty
sure.
then.
I'm sure nothing's gonna go wrong.
Hopefully they don't shoot us and at worst, it comes to worst, they Oh, you got to fight to the death. I'll be down for that.
Well,
Oh,
if
dude.
that's the case, then it's good knowing you.
Dude, what if they have a fucking trial, dude? Dude, we might be fucked, actually.
I can't afford a lawyer.
I hope you are not talking yourself out of this.
No, no, no. Definitely not.
Well then, after you.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure the way. I mean, is it this way? No.
I'm just gonna say I'm just gonna hope they let
You can follow
me
me. I know
fight.
the way from here.
Oh, you know the way. That's good. That's so good.
It is probably midday the day after your meeting, because that meeting took place late in the evening. You took the evening to plot out your plan. So if anybody needs to heal, you can do that. I don't think anybody should. You took the evening to rest, to do your planning, to do your plotting, to send out your missions, operations for the various resistance cells. And it is the middle of the next day. When you set out from Badger Burrow, you've taken some time to hunt, to trade, to get the supplies you need. The 6 of you setting out east, the open fields that Badger Burrow rests in with very little cover above you mean that the sun is shining down on you. You can see small specks in the very distant sky as drones move back and forth all over Paradise Valley. Their eternal watch over all of you continuing.
Wait, is that one? Never mind. Sorry, that's so stupid.
Let's say, is that why they're called Watchers?
Is that what they could watch this whole time?
It'll take you a couple of hours of walking to get from Badger Burrow to the lodge if you just head straight there. It's a little faster on the trail. If you want to have any sort of tree cover, that would require you dipping south, which will add only about a half hour to your trip, and would also circumvent the checkpoint. What is your plan for getting it, at the very least, to the inner fence that separates you from the dog tribe? What is your course of action, as it were?
I mean, did we want to try to fight our way through a checkpoint, or are we saving that?
I think we could save it, right? I think we could save that. Because there still is a strong possibility they might try to hurt us. So
The dogs? Yeah. I mean, it's like the next day, right?
yeah, like literally, like
yeah.
hey
Hey,
It's been
guys,
a couple days since the assault.
oh, okay. Then they have forgotten.
It's been like 2 days. It's not the next day, because you did go up and spend some time in the rat habitat, then the cat habitat, and then make your way down to the badger habitat. So it's actually been 3 days.
Yeah. They won't remember that I killed their brother.
No, they
For
won't.
sure.
Sputnik will not want to hurt me for taking his leg off.
Taking his leg off of his body.
I mean, here's the good news. Like, all of this is true, but it's also true. We're not the last assault they were the victims of.
Yeah, that's true.
We're the second to last assault. They were
We're the second to last assault.
Right.
Let's go.
We were the guys that hurt y'all before y'all got killed.
Right.
Yeah. It's like we were fighting, and then some other people came in to fight both of us, and now we both hate them.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Hey,
Like, hey,
y'all
you
gotta
interrupted
remember.
us.
Yeah, we gotta remember we ended it. We were pretty chill at the end there, so like there was none of that no more. Then they came and killed.
You're right. We were pretty chill, weren't we? Chill.
It's gotta be chill.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Then we don't go towards we avoid the.
You take the extra bit of time, dip into the forest to the south, give yourself some cover. You're kind of not all that far from where the helicopter once served as the base for the resistance. The tree line stretching all the way to the inner fence that separates you from the dog habitat, although there is a fence crossing very close by. The trees do go all the way to the inner fence. Can I have each of you make stealth rolls for me?
Right, the stealther.
Just because, as you have been informed, there are a number of extra roadblocks that have been set up. The drone activity is back to normal, whereas it had,
Oh yeah.
excuse me, sort of tapered off for a little.
Bro, can I bum one of those successes off you?
You know you can. You know.
Hey, bro, relax.
You got a lighter? I got you.
I would say with one success each that you do make it to the inner fence undisturbed. There are a couple points where it seems like you may have been detected, but you are able to, at the cost of some extra time, hunker down, take the time to hide or leave only individuals like Frost or Adia who have, the Watchers have no reason to harass them immediately, but mostly you just kind of hunker down and wait out the Watcher presence. You can see as you reach the inner fence that separates the Badger and the dog territories, the lodge is not all that far away, and you can see even at this distance the damage that has been done to the lodge building itself, much like what you saw with the structure at Rat Castle. The building for the most part stands. It's not like it's collapsed, but there are large segments of visible damage, parts where the walls have collapsed, leaving giant holes in them. Sections of the roof are missing. It actually kind of reminds you of the buildings up at the ski center, buildings that have been long abandoned and are in disrepair. Only you know that 2-3 days ago, this building was in perfect shape. Leica sees
Leave
this
it like
and
that, did we?
grows a little somber, and anybody nearby can just hear her whispering to herself, "What have they done?"
Good. Wasn't.
They utterly destroyed this place.
Yeah, the Watchers is awful, ain't they? They
You-
did this. The Watchers did this.
Faced with the obstacle of an inner fence, I will need someone to make that no nature roll for me to find a break in it, or you can try to get through the crossing.
I am happy to make that no nature roll unless someone else wants to jump in.
No, you can do it. I can offer you assistance.
And that's
As
a
can
skilled.
Frost.
That's a 2 skill die.
Correct. Yeah.
There we
3
go.
successes. Not a problem.
Nice.
There is a spot. The fence is not so much damaged as there is significant vine growth going up the fence. You can actually hear the wires popping with electricity that is grounding through these thick vines that have grown over the fence, shorting it out, grounding it into the earth. There's a couple spots where the vines are a little charred, but not a danger, as each of you takes the time to climb up and over. Certainly an effort easier for some of you than it is for, say, Frost 27. Excuse me, jeez, gotta stop yawning. The last leg of the trip, the last half a mile or so that pulls you parallel to the road and up to the lodge, is eerily quiet. There are none of the sounds that you would normally expect. In fact, the only sounds that you hear, other than your own footsteps, your own breathing, your own voices, if any, is the occasional rumble and groan and snap of earthquake aftershocks. In all your time here in Paradise Valley, there has never been an earthquake so powerful as to cause aftershocks like this, to cause aftershocks at all, probably. And so, as not the gates of the lodge, as most of the gates of the lodge have been pulled down by by Hot Wheels, the old snowcat that you all brought down out of the cat habitat.
Where is that?
And
Didn't it get left?
you all left it, but Gizmo was still on the battlefield when that happened. So you do not see it here, but it is presumably somewhere.
Interesting.
The guard towers that once held crossbowed or rifled dogs keeping an eye on the traffic coming and going from the lodge are on the ground. The toppled over, the nest where guards would keep watch over everyone, shattered and broken. There are a number of, in small clusters similar to what you saw at Rat Castle when you arrived there after the lodge battle. There are small clusters of dog tribe members moving about, trying to keep warm. Shock evident on a number of them as they sit with mugs of water or whatever booze they might have. The lodge building itself is not completely ruined, but it is very heavily damaged. It is hard to tell immediately what damage is from the Watchers and what damage is from the earthquakes. There is, of course, some damage in the back from from Herb crashing Hot Wheels into the building.
Allegedly.
He parked it like 6 inches to a foot away, and those goddamn watchers just shoved it right through the building afterwards.
I saw them. They
Yeah.
picked it up and threw it. Yeah, I saw them too.
My lawyer requested me to not speak, so yeah.
I hate those watches. Oh, I am so bad.
No,
You
I'm
can
not lying under oath.
see that where the bottom floor was damaged in a number of places, the floors above that damage have begun to collapse. So like where Hot Wheels crashed into the building has that right side of the building has begun to collapse, and there are large piles of bricks left behind from that damage. As the six of you cross over what should be the gates, you can see the dogs noticing Leica and noticing you all, and it is clear that there is some confusion and some there is no small number rather of individuals for whom that confusion very rapidly is starting to turn to anger. You have crowds growing around you, and you can hear the mutterings of they're the ones who attacked. But that's Leica. They took her. Why are they back? What do they want now? There is a growing restlessness as you all cross into the lodge proper. Do you have any destination in mind, or is this just sort of, we got Leica here and now it's her show?
I say we rip the Band-Aid off right from the get-go.
Mhm.
But the question is, which one of us is going to be the one to say anything?
That's it.
Hell
Go
yeah.
for it.
I mean, I was going to say it. I want to give the opportunity to someone else.
We are back. We have brought the leader of the dogs, Leica, back unarmed, like we said we would. We don't break our promises like the Watchers do. I think that's it.
You got any more?
You got more?
Yeah, go ahead, son. Okay.
Yeah, come on, man.
Okay. Some of you may know me. My name is Bartok65. That's my
Hey,
slave
Bartok.
name. My real name is Chip. Okay. You might recognize me from a few days ago when I came in here and beat your asses. But look, that was then, and this is now. Okay, and boy, things has gotten real crazy, hasn't it? I know you was probably upset. Okay, and if I was you, I'd be upset too. Okay, I'm not trying to diminish, your feelings or whatever, but you know, we came in here, right, thinking that we was gonna save the dog, and then we get like, we need to like find out what she knew, because it seemed to the rest of the valley that the Watchers and the dogs is working together, and they's working together to keep all the other tribes down, right? But that's not how it is, okay? And nobody knew that because the Watchers keep us separated with these walls and fences, checkpoints. None of us is even able to communicate that. Maybe we could understand each other. But I understand Leica now. And I think she's also starting to understand what we's doing. After we had our scrap, we put our weapons down. We wasn't trying to hurt no one else. once we did what we needed to do. But the Watchers, they came after everyone. Whether you was involved or not, you was guilty. And they was the judge. We gotta stop fighting each other when it's so obvious now who the real enemy is. They've been pitting us against each other our whole lives. And it's gotta stop now, or it ain't ever gonna stop. I don't expect you to, let bygones be bygones. If you got beef, right, we could settle it. Okay? Today, or tomorrow, or the day after, okay? I'm right here. But that tomorrow won't come. Watchers keep killing us all. So if you want your revenge, you're gonna have to go through the watch. How was that?
Hey, man, that was fucking better than what I
Yeah,
had. That's all.
Hugh's got a big grin, just nodding. Quick question, Ted. Where's Frost?
Us is with you all.
Okay, so how are the dogs reacting to her?
Pretty much exactly what you saw in Badger Burrow. There
Gotcha.
is a lot of
So
just
the dogs are
genuine-
having a day.
Yeah.
dogs are having a day.
Yeah.
Basically,
Mhm.
the reaction to Frost would be more
Mhm.
intense, except that they are dealing with the return of Flyka, who
Yep.
previously was their leader.
Mhm.
How well she is being received is still up in the air. They've got her, they've got Frost, they've got the fact that there was just an earthquake that
Mhm.
brought down parts of the lodge, that overturned a lot of the campers.
I'm not going to, but obviously it's making me giggle. This would be the perfect time after these great speeches by my cohorts for Hewlett to step up and be like, it's time that we all come clean. I shit in your pool.
That would be.
I mean, they're having enough of a day, but little levity is nice in the moment. Yeah, I think I'll turn to Leica and I'll say, well, yeah, you're back. These are your people. If they'll have you, what they've heard from us. What do you want to say to them?
Looks out over the crowd of people. You can see all of them sort of turn away from the various other incredible things to look at her incredulously, and she just says, I have to admit that when we were attacked and these three, they took me, I was afraid. I was afraid for what they would do to me. I was afraid for what they had done to all of you. But as I have seen, and as you all have seen, whatever we thought we were to the Watchers, we are nothing to them. We are just another thing to use. And all that they have used to bought us, and she waves a hand towards the lodge building. Most of that is now buried under there. It is gone. The Watchers, they are punishing us for failing them, for not doing what we could never have known to do. We will not survive without, and she gestures at all of you, everyone else. I know that I am probably not your leader anymore. My pack is mostly gone. I don't even know if Sputnik is alive. But if you have trusted me to lead you before, then perhaps you will trust me to lead you into a new future. A better future. There's no cheering, there's no sudden applause, but you can see a number of people in the crowd nodding in understanding. No, a handful of people definitely get up and just walk away. But the majority stay. We are going to need food and supplies. Most of what we had is now buried under the rubble of our home. I don't even know who would have food to spare. Certainly not. She looks over at Hugh and Adia. I'm sorry, Herb and Adia. Certainly not the cats. And looks to Chip. Not the rats. You all have been fighting each other long enough. Perhaps we could get together enough things to. The apes have food. Perhaps we could trade with them. We can organize some hunting parties as well until our attempts to trade return. I know it is easy to look at my new friends here and only think of the attack. I admit that I still think about it every time that I see them. But they have treated me fairly. And despite everything, I believe they really do want to help. Turns to look at the three of you. We could really use that help.
The Red Tribe is happy to help. And so is the Resistance. I dump my food and water on the ground. I will kind of walk forward a little bit towards. I assume a crowd is gathered.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just kind of take that and kind of just shake it out, make sure it's all there. Kind of gesture to it, and I step away from it. Ain't much, but I mean, it's all I got. But I do pledge that the rats will help.
I will follow suit and put my grub and water in the pile. As I do, um, I'll address those that are still there. I am not foolish enough to think that this is going to make a huge dent in the hunger and the thirst that some of you are experiencing. But it is important nonetheless that you see that the resistance is on your side and is fighting for you and is willing to sacrifice for a better future for all of us.
I'm also dump my food and water out. A lot of pain in my heart as I do this, but
Looking out,
and if
you
this
sorry, go
and if this don't make you feel better, you can come fight me about it.
looking out across the assembled members of the dog tribe, it is clear your gesture is received as that, as a gesture. Um, the food that you have dropped is certainly being eyed, but no one makes a move for it, as it is clear that, like you said, this is not going to make even the smallest of dents. Um, this being the main outpost of the dog tribe, there are simply too many people here. Um, and there we go. Like gestures to it, a gift from our friends. It is a good start. It is a start, and it is a good start. We will need to organize hunters. We will need to see what we can save from the building, save from the lodge. I wonder, our food stores were in the basement. I don't suppose you can help us get back into it.
um, I will throw this out there for you to adjudicate, Ted.
Mm-hmm.
I am willing. I have 4 feral points. I'm willing to use all of them to dig. Since it sounds like shit is very like that. I assume could be helpful in some way, shape, or form. I know that's not exactly the way the burrower animal power is written, but it seems like a
I mean, it kind of is because it
Mhm.
allows you to burrow up to, I think it's like 30 feet
Yeah,
or 30
30
meters or
feet. It's
whatever.
30
So,
feet per feral point.
yeah. Um, essentially, the way I think rather than this ending up being like a dominate roll or anything like that, instead of trying to browbeat them into line, it sounds like you are more trying to earn their actual favor, which will come down to just a simple: there are 3 of you. At least 2 of you will need to succeed on some sort of action or endeavor that will um, serve to kind of win the favor of the dog tribe. Burrowing into their food supply, given that they have a large amount of that watcher supplied kibble that is perfectly fine for them, but not really useful to anyone else, that definitely qualifies. Much in the same way that using feral powers allows you to just do something, that will certainly count as a success. I will say it will take 2 of your feral points, and you will need to go ahead and roll those 2 base dice.
Points off. Base dice.
Yeah, you're fine.
Fantastic.
Hey, big.
This
Oh.
is definitely slow going. I mean, your power allows you to dig through dirt
Mhm.
just fine, and that allows you to get down to some of the foundation, essentially, of the lodge building, and find areas where, maybe there's a half basement window or something. Once you get to those, it becomes a much harder matter of actually breaking through the walls, and that's simply a case of time on the part of some members of the dog tribe. While Hugh is digging through the earth, trying to get back into food, Hugh or Chip, if you have any ideas for what you would be doing during this time to try to assist the dog tribe. Skill challenge-esque affair.
Hey, I can just help clean up rubble, pick that shit up and move it, dude. That's really what I'm here for. Hey, I'm just gonna get down and do the dirty fucking work. That's not in the actual dirt.
That sounds like a force roll.
We be forcing.
At 3.
Force is with you.
You have been to the lodge several times. There, you know that prior to the attack on the lodge, a lot of things were moved around. The cars were moved to barricade the buildings, and that got knocked down when the snowcat went through. Some of the campers that served as dens for members of the dog tribe have been overturned, and so you set about just doing your best to try to rebuild some of the damage that has been caused with your strength, and Frost will certainly help when it's necessary. You are able to just stand, like, grab those campers and just stand them back up.
Yeah, dude.
Providing shelter for dog tribe members for the coming night. Sorry, go ahead, Jim.
Oh no, sorry to interrupt. I am going to attempt to heal. I'm gonna try to help heal some wounds. Combat medic.
Combat medic, baby.
Yes, let's go.
You fall in with a somewhat sickly older female fox. She has a big shaggy tail and wears basically what looks like kind of looks like God, what is that called? You know, the like stereotypical babushka, like the old bent over like
Okay, yeah,
scarf and
yeah.
that's what this older fox looks like. This is Shaga, who is actually the healer of the dog tribe, an older fox who is doing her best to run an infirmary out of what is left of some of the outbuilding. They're not even buildings. The outer ramshackles, I guess. You do see a number of other individuals there who are injured, being patched up by her, but even with the couple other helpers she has, they are clearly overwhelmed. When the lodge building actually collapsed, there were a number of people inside, and add to that the people who are still requiring care from the Watcher attack, and your help is immensely appreciated.
Hell yeah.
You quickly learn that Chaga is a bit of a gossip, loves to tell you all about the individuals that are around, the injured and the not.
Oh, you look, I got some real juicy stuff for you. Get this.
I lean in close.
I heard someone shit in the pool.
Amazing.
Next level, dude.
She is all too happy to gossip about who that must have been. Definitely, well, it definitely had to be an outsider. It couldn't have been one of us. No one here would ever do that. She is looking out the door as that happens. For better or for worse, as you all are putting in your various efforts around, it would probably be actually Herb, who is at some point approached by a young, rag-covered, bright-eyed, but very scabbed skin Aldrin 97. Definitely seen better days. He is very clearly very injured, whether through the Watchers or whether through the earthquakes. And Aldrin just, you're alive. All of you, you're alive.
Yeah. You're alive too. You how you been, man?
Well, when we heard the resistance was coming, I mean, I did what I could to make sure to slow some of the defenses. I couldn't take them all on, but well, I don't think any of us expected the way that turned out. I'm sorry about small scabs. I'm sorry if you lost anyone.
We lost a lot of people. We're doing what the resistance should all is meant to do by helping out the people. And we gonna get everything back on track.
It's just a shame, it took all this.
Yeah. We can, well, too late to worry now if it was necessary or not, but we're here now. We're together now, and it sounds like you guys even convinced Leica. That's
Maybe. She still thinks she's letting down the Watchers, and she only let down herself.
that's real poignant. That's, yeah. After an awkward silence, okay, I gotta get back to helping. Just wanted to check in, and if you or Truffaut or whoever is Aldrin's here. I'm still here. Why am I talking about myself like that? I'm still here.
Yeah, you are. You made it. You know, but it ain't over yet. So you better get rested up.
Your work takes you the remainder of the day about to finally get everything settled. There are certainly not enough structures for people to rest in, with the lodge as unstable and damaged as it is. It's unlikely anyone will be staying in there anytime soon, but Gagarin's cabin stands. A number of the not convoys. God, what are those things called? The RVs, basically. Um, they have been righted. There's some of the smaller shacks that were once sort of on the periphery of the lodge and now are packed full of individuals. You have burrowed into the basement of the lodge, and there is enough kibble that no one is going hungry for tonight, at least. Certainly for a few more days in the future. The injured have been tended. The relief on Shaga and the other healers very evident, as their supplies have all but evaporated. They are all but used up. And so the extra hands, the relief on their face as they have a moment to finally rest themselves. It is around a small fire tucked into an old rusted steel drum that the six of you, the three of you, Leica, Adia, and Frost, all reconvene with the sky above darkening, the first couple stars beginning to peek out. There have been, I should say, throughout the day, a couple more deep rumbles from within the earth. And although nothing has ever been as devastating as the initial earthquakes, there are a few that cause bits of the lodge building to fall to the ground, bricks coming loose, ceiling tiles, that sort of thing. And so, as there is a somewhat uneasy quiet, the six of you gather around a small flame, a bit of warmth. There is no extra food to be offered unless you would like some of the canine kibble, but that is basically considered beyond a last resort. Your food has been returned to you, the gesture appreciated, but with the
God, I'm so hungry.
with the stock of kibble retrieved, they have enough to go around for a few days. And so,
Oh, baby.
like greets you all. We really appreciate what you have done for us here. I don't think. Well, we would have lost a lot more today if you had not been here to feed and heal and shelter us. I think I think the sour taste that the resistance left in many a few days ago may have, well, if it hasn't vanished to be sure, but it is soon, hopefully, to be forgotten. Closer to forgotten now than it was this morning, to be sure. You will, of course, always find help here. The people have accepted me still as their leader, although I have not been able to find Sputnik or many of the members of my pack. No one has seen them since the quake, and I fear they may be lost. Or they may have gone to one of the other settlements, but there is no way to know tonight.
Right.
Thank you, all of you, for what you have done here. I don't know that it erases everything, but it is it is well more than simply a first start.
Yeah, I think we understand that.
You're quite welcome. We're happy to help. What what's next? You gonna organize a crew to build shelters? You gonna organize a crew to conduct trade missions to the other habitats?
Both of those things, I think. I'm hoping we can get. I'm hoping we can also get further into the lodge. There were many supplies there that would be very useful to us, not just food and medicine, but weapons and other things that would be of great use to the resistance. Before any of that, however, my people have to be safe. Food and shelter, like you said. It will take us some time to recover from not one but two assaults by the Watchers.
I believe they attacked you twice in one day. Crazy.
What about you? We could certainly use your help here some more. But there's enough work here for weeks, and I don't imagine you could pause your efforts long enough. And if we're honest, it wouldn't hurt my tribe to learn to be a little more self-sufficient now that the Watchers will not provide us with what they did. Still, if you have any pull in the other tribes, we would be helpful for whatever support we could receive.
I do think that the silver lining to the direct attacks by the Watchers and then whatever you call these attacks, and they certainly are that. Silver lining to it is that they have demonstrated more than any words we could have used, they have demonstrated that the only way to survive here is to do it together. And the sooner we all get on that same page and realize that they are the obstacle to survival more than anything, the sooner we'll be headed in the right direction. And you said as much. Your people here tonight. I I'm sorry that we were misinformed or uninformed. Um, but I'm glad that we are on the same page now. I I am desperate to find out. We are desperate to find out what is the root cause for all of this. It's too much coincidence that all of these disasters would be falling like dominoes, one after another after another. And I'm desperate to find out why and find out how to stop it. And I think that is the endeavor that we will undertake. But what the next steps in that process are, I do not know.
I understand. I would offer you help, but she just sort of
Yeah.
turns
No,
away from the fire
your
to
help
look
is
around.
your help is needed here.
You can you keep that knife I gave you as well. Look upon it and remember.
I appreciate it, especially since you have my. She looks at Hugh and just gives a smile.
Oh,
Her gun, but
yeah.
You still, uh, you still need that axe.
oh, that's right. You gave her an axe. She will return that too if you would like it.
Oh, are we taking this back?
Hey, what else you got in your pockets? All right, throw them out.
Hey,
I'm
I'm
just
gonna
kidding.
do that to a lady.
I'm just kidding. This is what tribe leaders do with each other.
I will hold out the laser pistol and say, it is yours, and it is certainly yours to take back. Um, I would like you to consider perhaps loaning it to the resistance. Um, I am fairly certain that we are going to have to make at least one, if not several trips into the Forbidden Zone or worse. And the more firepower we've got, the more likely we are to come out of it alive.
Her eyes go wide when you mention going into the Forbidden Zone. Into the Forbidden? That is suicide.
Oh, you might think so, but we've been down to their facility, their home, I guess. And I look at Herb and Chip, right?
Yeah.
We freed prisoners they had pulled off of out of their homes in Paradise Valley. If it needs to be done, we will do it.
I don't doubt that you will. I don't doubt that you will at least try, but the Western, the Forbidden Zones are, well, they're forbidden. They will, they will kill you.
They always try and kill us. Tell me something I
First
don't
they
know.
got they've been trying to kill us for fucking months now.
They're trying to kill you, if you remember.
I think the important thing for us to remember is they're trying to kill us all. Not personal.
Feels
Yeah. But to kill a beast like me, that's gonna take a lot. So, they gotta actually work hard to get this kill off me.
That is for certain. Got a big grin.
I still doing my championship belt. Fucking
You're like doing the like waist. You're like, yeah, I'm the champ.
I'm fucking emoting, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
Doing the
curious.
leap door poses.
Right. I'm curious. Is Herb like belt wearing the belt like a belt type of guy, or is he has the belt slung over his shoulder type of guy?
Oh, wearing it like a belt, dude.
Okay.
Literally, don't imagine anything else. Just imagine King from Tekken, dude. That's what
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Taking some notes.
Yo, does she give us that gun now? Does she?
Hopefully, dude.
Herb, make a dominate roll. This is just going to be this is not a true dominate. This is just a skill check.
Okay. I assume you're talking about me.
Yes,
Yeah.
you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
He always mixes us up.
Yeah,
It's-
that's
you,
why I
you-
made
you
that
guys
assumption.
basically have the same
You have
name.
Hugh and Herb.
Right.
So
Yeah. We're right
Oh,
there.
come on. Come
Can I
on,
push
boy.
this?
yeah,
I mean, okay.
you're just looking for success or failure.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to push again? Because, like, what's the worst?
Yeah. Fuck it. Oh, well, that's
That's the
I
worst.
guess
Yeah.
that.
okay.
I mean, yeah.
That
There's
is the
always a
actual
chance
worst.
of it getting worse.
What
Yeah.
is the chance? In
Two,
this game?
Two successes. You take 2 doubt, I believe
Doubt,
it is,
yeah.
and gain 2 feral points if you can.
Okay. I certainly can.
Goodness.
Yeah,
What should I was gonna say?
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
think you can because you spent 2 earlier.
yeah.
So she looks down at the pistol in your hands and starts to reach to take it, but then pauses and sighs. Just take it. Hopefully, it will. Hopefully, if you do go into the Forbidden Zone, it will keep you safe,
Right.
bring you out again. I don't see what it could really do for me here. If my tribe is so unhappy with me that they are going to depose me, I don't imagine that will be enough to save me.
Well, the resistance certainly appreciates it. And when this is all said and done, I'll see that it gets back to you.
Nods. The Forbidden Zone is several miles away. You're welcome to stay here if you'd like for the evening and set out in the morning.
Oh, yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. As Hewlett is sweating bullets from the like doubt that he had about whether or not he was going to get this gun back.
Stomach fell into his ass, dude, when he had to really think about giving the gun up.
You know, I actually had an idea that maybe we, get the fuck out of here. What do you guys think about that?
And go where?
I don't know, just not where people still mad at us. I meant what I say. I'll stand my ground, okay? But maybe we could just get out of here.
It seems reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. You scared they gotta come get you in the middle of the night?
Yeah, I don't have to be, I mean, look, I do sleep with my gun, but I don't have to sleep with my gun.
Hey, man. That's fair.
Yes, I guess this is where we wish each other well. Um, when when we speak with other tribes, other habitats, we'll be sure to let them know that things have changed here for the better, even with all this destruction.
I appreciate it. I know that any of the tribes are suffering, but we will gladly accept whatever help they want to offer.
All right. How you guys feel? You want to leave and head out now to the Forbidden Zone, or you want to spend the night?
I think it's probably a good idea for us to find a place to hunker down for the night. Suddenly, I could use a little recovery time. And also, it's probably not a bad idea for us to decide what exactly we want to do instead of just making a beeline for the Forbidden Zone and trying to figure it out on the way.
That's a good idea. You ever think about, leadership?
What?
You just got a lot of good ideas.
Well,
I-
thanks, Chip. I mean, I don't know that I do well leading the rat tribe. I know they're looking for somebody, but I do appreciate it.
oh, let me tell you, it ain't all it's cracked up to be.
You're like 3 days in as the self-appointed leader, and you're like, "Oh God, man!"
He was only there for like 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah, I've done
You-
no actual work.
Right, you're 3 days in. You've only been in actual rat town for like 2 hours. You've done no actual work, and man, it's not all it's cracked up to be, is it?
It ain't all sunshine and roses.
Amazing.
A stressful job I don't go to.
Yeah, I think we exit Dogtown.
Mhm.
Do we want to head towards like the nearest Forbidden Zone and scope it? Or do we want to go to a different one? Because we've been to that one before, right?
I
Can we
mean, we've
rescue
been
Your dad in there, whatever.
I don't think that was the actual forbidden zone. I think that was
Correct.
like a remote site that they use for like monitoring or watching shit.
Oh, I thought that.
So, I mean,
Yeah,
facility
you
that-
never made it into the Forbidden Zone. That was just a structure that they
Yeah.
were resting at.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately, I think it's 6-1, half dozen the other between the two forbidden zones. I don't think it make it like they're both going to be bad.
they both gonna be bad. You ain't wrong about that.
I'm so afraid of Forbidden Zone, dude. I'm thinking of what my next character should be, dude.
You planning a backup? Yeah, yeah. I think we leave Dogtown and right, we hike out a little bit, take a long lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I know you'll need to heal your instinct.
Yeah, I mean, what I think I will do is I will dig again to make a little temporary, evening literal burrow for us to hunker down in. Actually, probably not all that little with Frost 27 with us, so maybe a little extra digging, and that'll count as my protecting my tribe or current pack to recover that out.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Hey, Frost, you're like pretty strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, how do we know you got what it takes to be part of the resistance?
Yeah, asking the tough questions.
Well, what are you looking for?
I'm thinking maybe a little demonstration of your strength against the strongest person I ever seen. A battle of the Titan, as it with my
Hell yeah.
best friend, Herb.
You want me to fight your friend?
I want you to try, but you ain't gonna do it.
I mean, we could also arm wrestle or something.
Oh yeah, you know, whatever, you know, the trial shall be, you know?
You got no arm wrestle?
Sure.
Yeah. Let's get it in.
Opposed force rolls.
The forcening, dude.
The forcing.
I'm gonna push.
Oh,
Worth.
Ooh, yeah. It hurts so good.
Hey, look at that. Also, I get feral points.
And you get fair point.
So I do believe that's worth.
two. We push that. Still only two. There's some straining. There's some. There is clearly a point where, like, you guys are clasped. Your arms are not moving. They're struggling. You can feel it. You start pushing her arm down. There's definitely some popping as like your joints are struggling, and she looks a little concerned. You slam her arm into the table. I are you okay? I mean, you beat me fair and square, but are you okay? You look like that. I mean, if Adams was here, he might have something for you, but I'm not much of a healer.
Oh boy, I hit the fucking who was it? Was it Shawn Michaels? Who? Why I'm so happy I won. I'm like, I'm fucking undefeated against the Moose, dude. I ain't did fucking none of the Moose got shit on me.
I just- she looks at like the broken fingers and the fractures in your forearm. Yeah, sure, okay, yeah.
Oh, there's
That's my
a
guy.
competitive spirit in my chest right now. Ah,
You know, the last person that he tussled with took their leg off. You believe that?
I fart and then I start reaching into my bag to start grabbing food.
I mean, I could definitely see that. Yep. You do seem like you know your way around a scrap.
My grub is just a jar of pickled eggs.
Nice.
See, what's really
Mm.
gross about that though is that it's not like there's chickens around here. So those are pickled insect eggs.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Hey, tastes great. Hakuna Matata and whatever the fuck they said.
Yo, you gonna keep bogarting that? You're gonna share?
Here, dude, grab some.
Oh, hell yeah. This must be how you're so strong.
A lot of protein in these.
Hmm. We should all just sit here and eat this whole jar together.
Wait, now ho. You're fucking up my gains, dude. I gotta buy your own shit.
Oh. You know I'm good for it. I'm like the head of a tribe.
Yeah, dude, no, I totally get that. But my gains now, dude, like
Yeah, but
might
like,
make
you
up
know,
for
like
it
one more
later.
egg. Yeah, like one more egg.
Dude, you can have one more fucking egg, dude, but stop bogarting my shit now.
As you all are enjoying pickled bug eggs over a small fire somewhere in the forests outside of the lodge, that's where we will pick up next week.